Ryan and the Special. One lovely spring morning on Seldor, Hank was puffing down the line feeling excited. The Fat Controller had assigned him to take some ballast that would be needed for the new branch line at Alsborough. This made Hank feel very happy. When he arrived, Hank saw an engine that he hadn't seen before. The engine was purple and had the letters G&R that stands for Great Northern Railway, which this engine might come from. "Howdy," said Hank kindly. "Who are you?" "Oh, hello," replied the engine shyly. "I'm Ryan." Hank could see that Ryan looked sad. "What's the matter?" I missed my old line," he said, "because my railway had to close down during enterprising issues," he said. "I miss pulling passengers," he said. "In my old railway," continued Ryan, "I used to have a branch line all to myself. And we used to take passengers that were visitors every day," he continues. "And now I'm the only one left to shunt dirty trucks and pull them and take them to the coaling plant," replied Ryan sadly. "And also," he said, "I miss my friends." "What's happened to them?" asked Hank. "Apparently," said Ryan, "after my railway closed down, my friends and I were sent to the other railway. I was afraid." "I would be afraid too," replied Hank. "But my friends were," Ryan nearly sobbed. "They were cut up." Hank was devastated. "I feel sorry for your friends," he said. "It's all because of them tiring diesels. They're all devils," he added fiercely. "Fair play, old boy," reminded his driver. "Some are nice. Look at Boco, Daisy and Mavis." "That may be so," answered Hank. "But Donald and Douglas said I was not to trust them. They couldn't trust them themselves." "And then," continued Ryan, "some workmen mended me and gave me a new coat of paint. I didn't know why until driver said, 'Ryan, you lucky old boy, you've been saved. The Fat Controller from the North Western Railway has brought you here. You're owned by him now.'" And this made Hank feel very pleased. "That's good on the Fat Controller," he said. "That can be something to make an engine's day." "I hope not to say this," said Ryan, but I hope after I'm saved, the Fat Controller will make me pull passengers again." "Give him time," said Hank kindly. "He is a very busy man nonetheless," he said. That made Ryan feel very happy. At last it was time for Hank to go. Hank puffed away with his trucks full of ballast, and he whistled goodbye to Ryan. One afternoon, Ryan helped Stanley and Arthur help shunt at the shunting yards at the big station. Both Stanley and Arthur made him feel very welcome. Ryan liked this and soon became friends with Arthur and Stanley. Even Thomas came in to see how they were doing, and they had a wonderful time. That evening, Ryan even helped Donald and Douglas on the new branch line. The Scottish twins were happy at working with Ryan, and the three engines enjoyed their evening together. Later, the telephone rang in the signal box, and the signalman on duty answered it at once. The special's coming," he said. "Emily's pulling the express. I have to set the signals on right away," he said, and he stormed off to the signal box right away. Moments later, Emily arrived at the signal box and stopped. She was waiting to go to the big station when she heard an unfamiliar whistle. There, steaming by him was Ryan. "Peep, peep," he whistled. delivery coming through. This made Emily cross. What cheek, she spluttered, and was feeling red in the face as James's red paint. But she was still grumpy the next morning. Disgraceful, she said crossly, speeding around the main line like that. What was he thinking? She said, and heard the engines whistle again. I'm sorry, said Ryan, but I was a special. Why? Asked Emily. Because, he said, after I was saved, the Fat Controller needed me for the construction work on the new branch line at Alsborough, he said. After the signal man telephoned about your special, he said, I had to step in and be in a rush, he said, to buy you enough time for the express, he said. And say no more, said Emily, feeling impressed. You know, she said, I think you know the ways of the main line more than anybody as well as I do. Agreed, said Ryan, and was feeling very happy at the most.